Welcome back to Explain the Charts, and today we're going to delve into the world of Microsoft stock, and see what kind of trading opportunities there may be. First, let's look at some recent news and events that may be impacting Microsoft. We see that recently, Microsoft has announced a $60 billion stock buyback plan, its third since 2019. While the company has not been a large buyer of its stock this year, some analysts believe this buyback could have a short-term impact on the stock price, potentially driving it upwards. However, history suggests that the impact of these buybacks has often been short-lived. So, while it's a positive sign for the company's confidence, it may not be a strong driver for long-term growth. Another piece of news that could be impacting Microsoft is the recent downgrade by D.A. Davidson analyst Gil Luria. Luria downgraded Microsoft stock to neutral from buy, citing concerns about their cloud and code generation business. He believes that Microsoft's lead in these areas has diminished, making it difficult for them to continue outperforming. He pointed to Amazon's AWS and Google Cloud platforms' growth as comparable to Azure, and that these platforms are ahead of Microsoft in using their own chips in their data centers. Luria also predicts that Microsoft's operating margins will decline in fiscal 2025 due to higher data center capital expenditures than AWS and GCP. This downgrade is a rare event, as many analysts remain bullish on Microsoft, with an average price target of $497.43. However, Luria's concerns highlight the potential challenges Microsoft faces in maintaining its market share and profitability. So, these news events suggest a potential for both bullish and bearish sentiment, and we need to look at the charts to gain a clearer picture of how the market is responding. Now, let's switch to the daily chart and see what the price action is telling us. If we look at the past few months, we can see a clear uptrend in Microsoft, with the price steadily rising from around $300 to its current level near $425. This uptrend is supported by a series of higher highs and higher lows, which indicates that the bulls are in control. However, the recent price action suggests a potential for a correction. We can see that the price has formed a bearish engulfing pattern, which is a bearish reversal pattern that indicates the potential for the price to turn down. This pattern was formed on September 20th and was followed by a decline in the price, which suggests that the sellers are regaining some momentum. We also need to look at support and resistance levels. We can see that the price has been finding support around the $400 level, which was the previous high in the uptrend. This support level could be a key level to watch in the coming days and weeks, and if the price breaks below this level, it could signal a more significant decline. On the other hand, the price has been finding resistance around the $425 level, which is the current high. This resistance level could be a key level to watch in the coming days and weeks, and if the price breaks above this level, it could signal a continuation of the uptrend. Let's zoom in on the 1-hour chart to get a better understanding of the short-term price action. If we look at the past few weeks, we can see a clear pattern of price swings. The price has been consolidating between the $400 and $425 levels, which is consistent with the range we saw on the daily chart. This range is likely due to the conflicting news events we discussed earlier. The bullish sentiment from the buyback announcement is being offset by the bearish sentiment from the analyst downgrade, which is creating a tug-of-war in the market. The price has been making a series of higher highs and lower lows within this range, which is a sign of a sideways trend. However, the recent price action suggests a potential for a breakout. We can see that the price is approaching the upper end of the range near the $425 level. If the price breaks above this level, it could signal a continuation of the uptrend, but if it fails to break through, it could signal a continuation of the sideways trend. We also need to look at the volume on the 1-hour chart. We can see that the volume has been decreasing during this consolidation period, which suggests that there is less interest in the market. This could make it more difficult for the price to break out of the range. Now, let's switch to the 15-minute chart to gain a closer look at the very short-term price action. This chart allows us to see the nuances of the market's response to events in real time. We can see that the price has been making a series of smaller swings within the range we discussed on the 1-hour chart. This suggests that the market is cautious and is waiting for a catalyst to break out of the range. we need to look for key price levels within this range. We can see that the price has been finding support around the $415 level, which is a key level to watch in the coming minutes and hours. If the price breaks below this level, it could signal a decline towards the lower end of the range near the $400 level. On the other hand, the price has been finding resistance around the $420 level, which is another key level to watch in the coming minutes and hours. If the price breaks above this level, it could signal a move towards the upper end of the range near the $425 level. So, in conclusion, the recent news events suggest a potential for both bullish and bearish sentiment, and we need to look at the charts to gain a clearer picture of how the market is responding. The daily chart shows an uptrend in Microsoft, but the recent price action suggests a potential for a correction. The 1-hour chart shows a sideways trend, but the price is approaching the upper end of the range, which could signal a breakout. The 15-minute chart shows a series of smaller swings within the range, which suggests that the market is cautious. Key price levels to watch in the coming days and weeks are the $400 and $425 levels on the daily chart. If the price breaks below the $400 level, it could signal a more significant decline, but if it breaks above the $425 level, it could signal a continuation of the uptrend. On the 1-hour chart, the $425 level is a key level to watch. If the price breaks above this level, it could signal a continuation of the uptrend, but if it fails to break through, it could signal a continuation of the sideways trend. On the 15-minute chart, the $415 and $420 levels are key levels to watch. If the price breaks below the $415 level, it could signal a decline towards the lower end of the range near the $400 level, but if it breaks above the $420 level, it could signal a move towards the upper end of the range near the $425 level. Ultimately, the direction of Microsoft will depend on how the market reacts to future news events. If positive news events occur, such as an announcement of strong earnings or a new product launch, the price could rise, but if negative news events occur, such as a slowdown in the economy or a competitor's product release, the price could fall. We'll continue to monitor the charts and news for any significant developments that could impact the price of Microsoft.